New York City, from uptown to downtown, a shopper's paradise. But it's not just the high society shops of Madison Avenue that attract buyers from all over the world. So here we are at the garage.
At the garage.
The garage, you see, it's a garage by day.
The garage first opened in 1976 with just 11 vendors. The market quickly became part of the cultural fabric of the city. Are you from Africa?
I'm African.
Really? When did you come here?
Almost 15 years.
And do you go back a lot to get this stuff, or did you bring it all with you?
I'll go back.
Today, 150 vendors gather every weekend, selling antique jewelry, vintage posters, toys, used books, Persian rugs, and vintage furniture.
This is a great thing in New York City, because people don't even know it's here, too. It's kind of like a secret.
And it's also
like
free.
One of the first things that caught our eye in the garage was a 1970s python jacket.
So I'm catching a dead snake. That's crazy. That's really pretty.
Gorgeous.
Roberto Cavalli knocked off a version of this. However, his was synthetic nylon blend and went for 15 grand. Here, you can get the real thing for 400 bucks.
But even cooler than the jacket itself was the woman selling it.
I'm actually a retired criminal defense attorney.
Are you
No
really?
way.
How is the transformation from defense attorney to vintage clothing dealer?
It's pretty easy because a lot of what you do when you litigate is sell. But this is a lot less stressful.
You think?
And
It's like totally fun.
And what about the characters that you're dealing with? How do they compare?
Yeah.
Well, this is New York, so.
I wandered off on my own, leaving Hans to meander around the market.
Where's the whip? Looking for the whip.
I like this tough. It's kind of like a mushroom.
It's a mushroom, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a mushroom. It's good. Comfy too. Just the right size.
There's so many treasures. Ooh, I like this one. 1930s England. The garage attracts aspiring Carrie Bradshaws from all over. I couldn't help but be one of them.
Amazing. Yeah, check her name.
What do you think?
It's just, I don't know what I would think.
This says hello.
That says, hello, check me out.
Where'd you get this?
Blood, sweat, and tears.
Blood, sweat, and
Yeah.
I look like I'm a stewardess. Inspired by my hat-wearing frenzy, our cameraman Jeffrey tried to fit in.
Oh, Jeffrey.
You're like an old woman.
Oh my God.
I found a rare Coos hat. Coos first became famous in the 80s for designing Bill Cosby's iconic sweaters. You think I have to have this? It's just so cool.
Yes, I love
it's
it.
so unique.
Yes.
And you said it's 45?
45.
Can you do 40?
I don't know.
My blood, sweat, and tears money.
Yeah.
Then in case I have you have a fancy to wear.
See you later.
Thank you, guys.
Bye, thank you.
Bye. Bye. I'm sorry.
Wow.
You look a little closer.
Yeah, you look a little closer, a little more intriguing. The Chelsea Flea Market attracts an eclectic clientele from the likes of Donna Karan to Woody Allen. Who knows what caught their fancy and what they walked away with?
Terry Richardson, the photographer, he's into a lot of erotic photography.
Nice, okay. Look at this. What is this? And you know what this plate is for? What do you think? Take a look at this plate. Chips and dips.
That's what I said. No, that's what I said.
What do you think?
I'm gonna go with her. Chips and dips.
Chips and dips. Okay, do you want to know what it's for? Hello, do you want to know? It is for oysters. It's an oyster plate. How much was the price, by the way?
Only $3, Bill.
$3.
$3. Sometimes you really find a treasure.
You know, one thing you always have to do when you're buying any sort of porcelain or glass,
You have to turn it over, right?
you have to, yes, and you also have to check for chips. I know we've been talking about chips and dip, but you have to check for chips. And the way you check for the chips is you run your finger around the rim. Now you see, I would never have noticed that, but there is a
it's
chip.
right there.
Right there. This is made by Limoges, French, oyster plate. Unfortunately, it has a chip, but you know what? This is actually worth getting fixed. And you can have a porcelain repairer go in there and repair that maybe it costs you $20 or something. And then you have a perfect Limoges French oyster plate. Thank you for my oyster plate. Whoever thought I was going to come here and end up with an oyster plate?
That's right. Hello.
Nice meeting you, lady.
Nice meeting you.
Oyster plate,
Oyster
French
plate.
Limoges,
$3?
$3. What do you think it's worth?
Maybe 60?
60. Most oyster plates, French period oyster plates, go for around $1,000. Not
She's
quite
hearing
as
that.
ornate as some of them, but not this one, but some of them. Okay. Bye, honey.
Bye, thank you. That's all.
All in all, a successful day in New York, complete with street vendor hot dogs, a couple of Cosmos, and many a treasure.
Oh, it's great. Ooh, that's tasty. Yeah, that's tasty.